The Dream Man by Oli Diprose, short film. Interior Grace's bedroom, night. Grace, 10, wearing pajamas, sits up in a small single bed alongside the bedroom wall. Next to the bed is a small wooden table with a dim lamp lighting the room. A clock on the table reads 9:20 p.m. Behind the bed and the table is a large window with its curtains drawn. Maddie, 10, wearing pajamas, sits cross-legged on top of a sleeping bag on the bedroom floor facing Grace. Grace holds a stuffed fox toy under her arm.
When they came back, the house wasn't there. Okay, your turn.
Okay, have you ever heard of the Dream Man? My brother told me about him. Shall I tell you? He said that after midnight, if the moon is out, the Dream Man goes hunting. He flies around town in his night train looking for children that won't go to sleep. And if they're awake before sunrise, he'll come and find them.
Why?
Because he hates children and they don't do as they're told. And that makes them sleep in his dream train forever.
Forever?
Forever!
How?
First, he'll slowly and quietly creep into your house. Then he'll take away everything and everyone you love. And finally, when it's only you left and you're not paying attention.
Whoosh! The bedroom door swings open. Grace and Maddie scream. Grace's mother, 30, stands at the door. Light shines in from the hallway behind her.
Girls?
Sorry, Mummy. Maddie was telling a scary story.
Okay, come on, it's way past your bedtime.
But it's a sleepover.
So now it's time to sleep.
Grace crawls into her bed and under the duvet. Maddie pulls open the sleeping bag and gets inside.
And no more scary stories. Okay, Maddie?
Yes, Mrs. Henderson.
Mummy,
Yes?
is the Dream Man real?
No, honey. Now, go to sleep.
Didn't think so.
Good night, girls.
Good night.
The mother quietly leaves the room and closes the door. Moonlight shines in from the bedroom window.
Maddie!
Shh, or he'll come.
Good night then.
Fade to black. Black screen, a faint train whistle blows. Interior Grace's bedroom, night. The room is dark and silent. Maddie is fast asleep, curled in a ball. Grace lies asleep on the edge of her bed, clutching her stuffed fox. The clock on the table reads 1:20 a.m. Whoosh! Flashes of darkness against the moonlight hit the curtains like a train passing by. The bedroom rattles softly. The stuffed fox falls from Grace's arms onto the floor. She wakes up, confused, looking around. Grace looks under the bed covers, frowns, then peers over the edge of the bed, seeing the stuffed fox on the floor. A quiet and distant screech from outside. The flashes on the curtains slow down to a stop. Grace quickly grabs her stuffed fox from the floor. Distant clank of footsteps on metal. Grace looks up at the window. Creak on the roof. She looks at the clock, then down at Maddie sleeping.
Maddie!
Thud from somewhere inside the house. Grace cowers into the bed and pulls the bed covers close. She breathes heavily.
Maddie? Mummy, please help me.
Creak. Footsteps in the hallway. Grace holds her hand to her mouth and holds her breath. Silence. She looks around at the darkness in the bedroom and slowly lowers her hand from her mouth. Grace exhales. The sound of her breathing fills the silence in the bedroom. Hiss. Sand begins to pour through the door's keyhole. Grace locks her eyes on the door. More sand pours through the gaps in the door frame. The door handle rattles. Creak. The door opens slowly. A waterfall of sand fills the open doorway. Grace stares at it, petrified. A tall silhouette pushes through the sand stream. Grace squeezes her eyes closed and clenches her fist around her stuffed fox. She breathes quickly.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
The hiss of the sand stream gently slows and finally stops. Silence. Bang! The bedroom door slams shut. Grace lets out a muffled shriek and hides under the bedcovers. Silence. Grace slows her breathing down. She pulls the covers off her face and opens her eyes. The bedroom is empty. The door is closed. Grace sighs with relief. She looks down at the floor. Maddie's sleeping bag is empty.
Maddie?
Grace looks around the room. Sand on the bedroom floor glistens in the moonlight. She gets out of bed, grabs her stuffed fox and goes to the door. She kneels down and sifts a handful of the sand through her fingers before looking up at the door. Interior upstairs hallway, night. Grace quietly opens her bedroom door and enters the upstairs hallway. On the left, a large spiral staircase leads downstairs. A large window behind the staircase fills the hallway with moonlight. 2 closed doors line the right-hand side of the hallway, one halfway down and another at the far end. A scattered trail of sand leads towards the staircase. Grace tiptoes slowly, following the trail. She clutches her stuffed fox closer to her chest. She stops at the top of the stairs and peers over the banisters. The trail of sand leads all the way downstairs. Beyond the staircase is in shadow. Creak from downstairs. The shadow slowly engulfs the bottom step and moves up them one by one. Grace crouches below the height of the banisters. Creak. A footstep on the stairs. Grace looks down the hallway to the doors at the far end. Creak. Another footstep on the stairs. The nearest door is now ajar. The latch taps against the frame. Creak. More footsteps on the stairs. Grace runs, still crouched, towards the open door. Interior bathroom, night, continuous. Grace rushes in and quietly closes the bathroom door behind her. She sits against it with her head buried into her stuffed fox. Squeak! She catches her breath. Squeak! A small gust of wind flutters Grace's hair. Squeak! Grace looks into the bathroom. Squeak! Above the bath, Maddie hangs from a noose tied to the shower railings. The rope squeaks against the metal railings. Maddie's lifeless body gently sways in the breeze from an open window. Squeak. Grace puts her hand over her mouth and stifles a scream. She scrambles to her feet. Interior upstairs hallway, night. The hallway is now in darkness. Grace throws the bathroom door open and runs towards the door at the far end of the hallway. Thud. 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 Loud footsteps in the darkness chase Grace down the hallway. Interior mother's bedroom, night, continuous. Grace runs hurriedly into her mother's bedroom and slams the door behind her. Her mother lies alone in the bed, facing away from Grace. The door handle rattles. Grace reaches the bed and shakes her mother violently. The bedroom door clicks.
Mummy! Mummy, wake up! He's here!
Her mother doesn't move. Creak. Slow and gentle footsteps.
Mummy! Wake up!
Grace shakes her mother again. Creak. Closer footsteps. Her mother rolls over. Her eyes are wide open but lifeless. Blood seeps from her eye sockets down her face. Creak. Even closer footsteps. Grace gasps and steps back, terrified, staring at her mother's face. Creak. From behind Grace. Grace turns around. She is face to face with the Dream Man. The Dream Man is slim, pale-faced and bald, with jet black eyes, black nostrils and black lips. He wears a black train conductor's coat with shining silver buttons down the front and a black conductor's hat. A silver pocket watch hangs from his coat pocket. The Dream Man's bent-over body towers over Grace with his face so close to hers that they almost touch. He stares deeply into her eyes and raises a single pale finger to his black lips. Grace drops her stuffed fox. She stares back into the Dream Man's eyes. Silence. Neither of them blink. The Dream Man makes a wide smile, showing his shining black teeth. His eyes widen.
Mummy!
The Dream Man lunges and engulfs Grace. Cut to black. Black screen. The scream echoes and fades into the blow of a distant train whistle. Interior Grace's bedroom, day. Bright sunlight lights up the bedroom. Grace lies on the edge of her bed. Her stuffed fox lies on the floor. Grace jolts awake, shaking and sweating. Her breathing is panicked. She looks around the room in confusion. Maddie's sleeping bag is gone. Grace sees her stuffed fox and grabs it from the floor.
Mummy? Maddie?
She looks at the sunlit curtains against the window. Grace looks at the clock. It reads 8:45 a.m. She sighs with relief and sinks into the bed. Grace breathes peacefully for a few moments, then clambers out of bed and rushes towards the closed bedroom door.
Mummy! Mummy!
She throws the bedroom door open and runs into the hallway. Interior upstairs hallway, night continuous. Grace runs into the hallway, holding her stuffed fox. The hallway is dark and moonlit. Grace stops dead in her tracks. She looks around. The hallway is empty. The night is silent. Grace turns around to face her bedroom. The sunlight in the bedroom is gone. The room is now dimly lit by the moonlight. A trail of sand glistens on the floor. Standing in her bedroom is the dream man, staring back through the darkness. He grins a black-toothed smile and raises a single pale finger to his black lips. Cut to black. The end.